Scrubs.
Yeah.
No, and sorry, Parker are on the elimination table.
Yeah.
Oh, we're ready to roll, Alex.
Well, I had
so there we go.
no
You didn't have your
indication
in-ear?
of that.
That's okay. I will handle this. I've got
I was
this
playing
host.
the game.
It's
I'm
fine.
not good at the. I am not good at Gold Rush. I'll tell you that. That is the next track that we're going to be going into. Hello and welcome back to Motocross Motocross 2 World Championships. Is it not working? I guess not.
No, well, it's fine. So, yeah, you've already touched on the next track. So
Yeah,
this
jump
one
in.
gets quite a bit. We were just talking about it. We're going to have Soly join us on the couch. Obviously, he's the,
Yeah, boy.
unfortunately, I hate to say this, but the first one to bow out of the tournament.
Hey,
but that's good because now we get your expertise on it. So you're just playing it for the first time
Yeah.
and seeing.
I just want to have a look at it.
Yeah, it's interesting looking start, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. I think they're gonna figure it out really quickly. So.
You think so? Yeah,
Yeah.
the start at least.
Yeah,
So
okay.
yeah, I've seen some of the notes, and if they liked Whoops before, they're gonna like Whoops again, I think. Which I think some of them are already lamenting. But we have our track preview coming up, Alex. Or did you put a time in on this one?
No, I haven't done this one
Okay,
yet.
so you didn't even.
As you know, I couldn't tell you.
You might
Maybe I
have.
did. Well, they had us play a couple of the tracks. We did the previous one, which you smashed me on, by like a solid 6 seconds, and then they smashed you by a solid
like
10
seconds. Yeah.
But if you have just joined us and you're unfamiliar with what on earth is going on, we have 12 of the world's best players for an app on your phone called Mad Skills Motocross 2, and these guys are nuts. Yes, indeed. 200,000 participants in the qualifier, close about an app which has over 30 million downloads across all platforms, and it's, I mean, to have 12 players from around the world, we've whittled it down to this. Of course, we did lose you first, but it is great to have, you know, one of the 12 best players in the world joining us to actually hopefully shed some light on what's going right and wrong here in Stockholm.
Yeah. I tried to like.
How's it looking already? Yeah, I can see you having a
Well,
little play.
they're gonna have a hard time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so this
I'm
is
not gonna lie.
the thing. I've seen more of the tracks, not that this matters because I can't do anything with them, but I've seen more of the tracks than you guys because when they're sitting down to play, you guys don't know the track. They haven't even seen it yet until the timer starts. So you're seeing it, the one we're about to play for the first time right now
Yes.
as well.
So,
What?
who created this track?
Clifty, I think was the name.
Yeah.
I've got notes somewhere, but yeah.
Well, what's
It
going to be
looks-
interesting is just knowing what you personally did in terms of your approach to learning. You had 50 minutes, right? You were given 50
Yeah.
minutes. What was your mindset in terms of how you're going to suss out the track? Did you look at the preview? Did you do the track
I
preview?
looked at the preview of the second and the third track.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't playing the second track, but I
Still
still
had
looked
a
at the preview. I tried to figure out the fast line pretty quickly, so I try different lines at the beginning
Yeah.
and just try to get as like clean as I can to compare them. But then the pressure kicks in and you're shaking, your hands are shaking, and normally you would sit at home. I would sit at home, have it quiet or put some music on, and then you're
kind of in the zone.
you're really chilled, and you know you have a lot of you can try as much as you want.
Yeah.
You can also get up and walk away when you get frustrated. Here you can't. Well, you
just
can,
see,
but
you
it might
see the
cost you.
clock and
Wouldn't
it's like
recommend it.
go, 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 and you make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely puts pressure on. 50 minutes every time.
And I do think it's interesting. It's a good discussion to have about the additional pressure of coming to a LAN environment. Like, I mean, I'm sure, Matt, did you ever go to a LAN when you were in competitive Call of Duty days? Or you?
I did one LAN in like
You're on
Philadelphia when I was like, it was 2008,
But like,
2007.
but did
It's
you?
different.
It's very different. I remember the first one I went to, I was the worst player ever because I was like, my chair is wrong, and I can't have the music I normally
Desk
listen to.
height's different.
Desk height feels weird, and
Yeah.
for you, it's like, you know,
Everything.
how do I rest my hands? Where
Yeah.
am I? You know, I mean, so
Temperature in the room, even like
it's-
people get affected by everything.
it's a question
Yeah.
of what, like, who can create the most comfortable environment, or is similar to their home environment,
Yeah.
or it's just who's
Or
better.
just
than the-
doesn't give a
who doesn't give a damn.
darn.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's what we heard. I think it was Master saying, like, "Where's my fan?" You know, like, it's true. I mean, we see it in all esports. Playing conditions are everything. Hence why gaming
Okay.
chairs are so prominent at events, not just for the sake of promotion for that company, but for the
So
sake
you
of
know the
environment,
similarity,
knowing what you're
yeah.
sitting on. Then all the players have the same chair at home for that reason. But
Yeah.
you still, you know, guys playing on PC with 2 mouse pads, so it always feels the same no matter the surface. Like there's a lot of getting used to it. I know if you look into like Korean mentality, a lot of those guys will stay in hotels when they're at home because they
Really?
want to. They want to get used to being in a LAN environment. They want to like run through it. So yeah,
well,
it's pretty
I
insane.
mean, the best way we can demonstrate just how hard this track will be for the guys at home is by showing myself and Sadokist attempts at it. So this
oh
is
god,
us.
attempts.
This is the was this the previous track of me and you?
This
I
was
don't think this isn't Gold Rush. This is the.
That's it.
no, this is it. This is the
is
start.
it.
We just missed the technical. You were way ahead of me here, Alex.
I'm smashing it.
Yeah, this is not the ideal line. We're already going to talk about that. I'm sure you're seeing lots. Do you want to critique us?
Don't do that.
No. Well,
Oh, I wrecked it.
I think
this
that's
is
the right
jagged.
line to like get up there.
You think so? Because that was where I restarted the most, because I was like, I don't understand how to keep speed onto those.
Me, just so you're aware, I'm doing some sweet backflips.
I haven't seen it enough to maybe there's maybe a point where you have to hit the brakes to be able to gain enough speed in the whoops to get up
I'm
there.
on my way, I promise.
Gotcha. So this is the correct line. Oh, we're not going to see it, but
I think
there's a big difference. Yeah,
for
you
now.
have. Yeah.
I've seen it like.
Yeah, we can have a look at it in a second.
have time.
You have time. You want to give it a go? You can jump
Oh yeah,
in.
I can. I will try.
Yeah,
Give it a go.
while you do that, we do have it's usually the map designers or it's Joe.
Right.
So yeah, Joe Mama so slow.
So one of the things, and one of the notes is technical start. I'm not going to give too much away for the guys watching, but that is very different than what we did in our run, and it's not obvious. So we'll see if see how quickly they pick up on it.
They do it quickly though, like as
Yeah.
in, it looks so easy.
But look how many different lines there are once you get in there.
And now up. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Then you probably have to scrub this, and then get a
Oh
nice
my-
rhythm in there.
Yeah, he didn't.
Not
Over
quite
this.
that. Yeah. How do you feel about rollers? Well, I don't want to give too much away, but that feature we saw, a different variation of rollers.
It's going to be a quick track.
It
Not a
depends on every track, like how you get into the rollers and out of it. I sometimes like them, I sometimes don't, and it depends on the just how good you are on a certain day,
Yeah.
how good you feel and everything.
So Matt,
Yes.
we now have the power to start the race. Are
Oh,
you-
we have the power.
apparently. So are you guys all ready to start? No, hold up. Okay. Why don't you guys sort
Who's
yourselves
asking to
out?
hold up?
Coop.
They're going over strategy, it sounds like.
Are they talking it through?
Talking it through.
We have to highlight, of course, we didn't talk about it, but there is another face in the elimination podium.
There is. Interestingly enough, Jay Gooden went from second place. Hang on, Master. It's not you that gets to start the race.
Yeah, put your hand down.
In fact, yeah, put your phone down. You just got a 5-minute penalty. Everyone else gets to go. Jay Gooden went from second place early with a 56
Yeah.
to the bottom of the table on the main table. I don't know why I said table twice, but yeah, like I think he said to me he put it in like the first 3 minutes, and then he couldn't improve. The whoops are kicking his ass last track. So unfortunately, he now goes against Parker, who we know is a favorite. Barely got through in the last one as well, and it's going to be cutthroat. So that's our elimination table.
Do you know who else will cutthroat? The Vikings.
All right, let's start. I'm
It
sick of
actually
you
fits my
already.
huge head. All right.
All right. You
So
count
without
it down,
further ado,
Alex.
on 3, 1, 2, 3, let the race begin. Meep. I love this sound effect. I don't know if the stream can hear it, but that's wonderful.
It's it's the Dixieland song from Dukes of Hazzard.
That's also the horn on your taxi in Simpsons Hit and Run.
There you go. Are you gonna try it right now?
He's going.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious to see if I think that start line in the second one is faster,
Yeah.
and how quickly people catch on to it.
I reckon they'll have it within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I've learned to expect that from them already.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
we say, like, oh, they'll never get it. They nail it. So, but I think there's probably 3 or 4 different lines through that midsection.
Yeah, well, we can. I'm sure we'll jump in as with Parker and see if he can do that. I mean, what's going to be interesting is to see if someone can survive in the lower bracket. This
Yep.
is, I mean, I don't know. Jay Gooden is going up against him, of course, posting good times in the first 2 tracks.
Jay Guns,
Jay Guns.
Jasper Guns. Yeah.
He likes that.
Little blush. Look at that. So already.
He's got it already,
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
as
So
expected.
he's like 3 runs in. He's already got the difference. Like I said, I think they all have that. I'm sure if we snap through all of them, pretty much everyone would be on it.
I think if the rhythm stays that way, they all figure it out. If there's no secret hidden something.
Hasn't there? There's been that in almost every run, right, so far.
Which that the
The
start is
first one
consistent.
I mean, the start is usually like a bit of an obstacle to overcome. I mean, we literally see we start
Yeah.
holding the wheelie on that uphill.
The very first one, I think.
No, that was pretty tame.
Yeah, and it was you could open it up pretty early on, but the last one definitely was the wall. Everyone had to hit the wall, but then you could gap the triple right after if you.
I want to know where the
Seat
4
hopped it.
ones came in Parker's name, or 3 ones. Parker, where did you get the ones from? Was it 1-1 taken?
He's busy.
Honestly, I don't remember.
Just spam 1.
Why not?
Look at the fan over there.
I think if you scrub that right away,
Scrub it
get a
straight
little
away.
bit more speed out of it.
So scrub
right
it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And land cleaner on that section.
So you got to land a little lower, so he overshot
Yeah.
too deep, as you would say.
Well,
Because I'm in too deep.
It's definitely not something she said to you, Alex.
Excuse me. I was going 741. I was making this as least sexual as possible.
We've been pretty tame all day, so.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, to be fair. At some
And
point.
you have to
That's
slow
He'll
down here
take
to
it.
hit that right.
He loves going all out into the one. Like,
just
we
rides
did that
them up.
last map. Track. Damn it.
See like that? He just did that. That's way faster.
That's what you were asking for initially, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder what we got for times coming through.
Oh yeah, do check
We've
them.
got our scoreboard still available to us. So wait, before I refresh, predictions on who's going to be leading early. If you had to guess anyone at that table right now.
I don't know who gets times in first, but if I would guess, probably Cody.
Cody. All right, let's see. Oh, hang on. I've
On a
got to
different
go to
track.
the wrong track. I thought this was going to be all ready to go for me. We're on track 4. Ooh.
Ooh.
So not Cody.
At all.
We do have consistencies though. Like, I'll just say it. This can't be. Is that correct? That time?
That's
I
quick.
guess
It's a
so.
big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. There's where we are. That is a massive difference. So we're on a much shorter track, obviously, but Cooper leads the way. I'm not going to say which Cooper. You guys can guess amongst yourselves. No, just dead focus. But Bragstad's up there again, and we're down into 32s, mid 32s already. So
That's a big jump. Like something's changing here. We've got like close to 40, and then we've got 32. There's an 8 seconds.
there's only 2
discrepancy.
people in the 32s so far,
8
and actually,
seconds.
and Cooper's at 30.0, so he's almost into the 31s already. Look at Jay. I'd have to say that blue, the ice blue, all the way through looks pretty sick. Of all the forced colors on people, that one looks great. What's your normal color, Jasper? What's your normal color?
I don't have a normal color.
Oh, you just don't care?
He's too cool for that.
So keeping an eye on that elimination table as well. It's early yet, and obviously people are still sussing out the
Yeah,
tracks
I mean,
and the lines.
ZSC did just take a
Figuring it
big jump.
But of the times, just to give indication as well, Joe Mama was the ace time. Joe obviously not sitting with us this time around, but he's at 34.7. He's still sitting in 7th if you compare the times. But it's Parker of, we've got 9 times in. That's in at the bottom again. There's nothing to read into that yet. That's real early.
Well, I mean, you know what's early? It's perfect time for us to just take a little look at some of the lines with the top 3 replay. So let's have a little look at how Jacob and Co did do to start things off. Wow.
That's
So you can see how much is still possible.
How much is still possible?
yeah.
in
Look
that
how far
game.
behind he is. They were way smoother off that first table.
So where does these catch up the time then? That's what's interesting to me.
And,
Flat into those, but
and
so
that's
much
not clean
speed.
at all. Still.
You can tighten that up.
This is the section I was talking about, like
Yeah.
the whoops on top of the
He
rollers.
went through pretty well and then get this.
Look
clean.
at that catch up.
Wow. So yeah, there's.
That's the line.
That's the
You think
line.
that's it? That's
Yeah.
the one? Huh. So do you think that was a 32-0? What do you think? Mid 31s? Or maybe even down to mid 30s?
Yeah. No.
Do you think probably another half
something around
second? in there?
31.
Yeah, okay. That would be pretty clean. This run's looking all right so far.
Taking it on the back wheel.
That's a big hit. That's, ooh, see, it's too much time in the air there. That's the confusing one because everything seems so natural before that step up, and then
Yeah.
you have to come into it. You have to land on the top of the table and hit the whoops like with speed still. Good scrub.
Yeah, the problem with that scrub is you might not go high enough to clear that.
He's definitely made improvements on his start.
Yeah, the start's got a lot smoother.
That's too far.
And that's when you. So in contrast to the other line where we saw just gliding over those whoops, was that that was later on actually?
That was later on, yeah. The curved ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're later on.
yeah. It's
There's a lot of them. They remind me of moguls in skiing, just an absolute
Right.
ball ache.
it's the other side of our elimination
That's better.
bracket. Would have clipped it though.
Probably wouldn't scrub it for a solid time.
That's nice.
gets away with it.
That's called pulling a Parker now, for sure, because I only ever see Parker riding those routes out.
It did cost him, though, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, Parker seems like the wildest one so far in terms of like just adapting to whatever it throws at him. Just throwing fronts everywhere when he bounces out.
I think it's a pretty fun track, though.
It's very technical to start. You got to be pretty accurate.
Not too hard for those guys, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe under different circumstances. When you're more calm.
Cool, calm, and collected there. Another shake in that hand.
Yeah, Master's already wiping off his hands, so he's looking,
should have a
looking
little
frustrated. Little shake of the head over there too. So it's definitely getting people early. How many people have times in? Does everyone have a time in? Everyone bar one has a time in right now, and
Is that one my
no,
prediction?
we are way below the mid 31s at this point. We haven't broken the 30s yet, but we have
We probably will, you
two
know.
people below it.
It's gonna be around.
Yeah, and we have a new leader. This is the first time that this specific individual has led all day.
We can name drop him, can't we?
Yeah, we can. We're allowed to talk for the first like 30 minutes. So,
Let's give it
Cuddler,
a-
you're killing everyone right now. Oh yeah.
Don't sound so surprised, DJ Ozzy.
And speaking of you, DJ Ozzy.
He's up there.
Oh, is he? Did I
He
miss
is.
him?
Yeah.
I did. I went right by him.
You could say he's cuddling cuddler.
Don't know if that works. I'll give it to you.
And of course, Mr. Consistent over here.
Yeah, Bragstad still in the top 3. So better with a virtual bike than the one in your picture.
That wipeout.
We have to get that at full screen.
Yeah, at some point
It's
we will.
pretty lovely. This is
a
a
huge
much
improvement.
better run.
I would actually like to see a replay of this.
The best 3.
See what they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Can we start working on a top 3 magical production room?
Yeah, see if there's anything thrown at us. I'd like to see you point out, different line options.
Ooh. We're working on something quite spicy for you.
Are we?
Yeah.
A little deep there, but it works. We'll see if it does when I refresh. Get converted. I think it'd be possible.
So this is going to be fun. It's time to take another look at one of those mass bike replays. It's going to be every single time. Look at this one. Let's go. And I love when you have a visual like this, you realize just how one clip, like one
Makes a massive difference.
huge difference on the time.
Momentum just lost. You're constantly chasing it.
So you've got up front currently. Looking at purple, dark blue, so that's CSE leading the way alongside Bragstad. Not too strange seeing purple holding the front line. And then Cuddler
So
just comes out of nowhere.
That's interesting as well because he's at 31.2 right now.
So it's got to be like 30.5.
He was in like the back 3 bikes at the start of that.
Jeez.
That
So
is
that
actually
you can shave that down to 30.
yeah, 30s are usually
30s are
doable.
easy.
I'd say low 30s if that's the case. Maybe not quite because it wasn't off screen, so it's probably a half second in that.
Okay. If we do check in with our elimination match as well, it does seem like the recurring trend of bottom 2 for the elimination.
Is that a pressure thing?
It's, I mean, likely a pressure thing. I mean, there's no one better to ask than Solyone himself. You said you were actually really feeling the pressure when it comes to to that elimination test, knowing that the next 50 minutes will determine your fate.
Yeah. And like you feel like everybody's watching your fingers and what you're doing is like you don't want to.
Subconscious.
Yeah. And you don't want to embarrass yourselves like, oh my God, everybody's watching
And
you.
you
It's
have
like,
all those thoughts in your
oh,
head.
look how much he's trying. He sucks. Or something like that, you know?
And that's
Yeah.
just where your mind goes.
Yeah.
I think most people at home are probably watching, damn, I can't even do that.
Yeah.
So we've got 12 recorded times, which is everyone. But interestingly enough, Joe is not last at this point in time.
No.
So we're still one of our elimination.
And 6 foot the first time in, right? And
Did he just do it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 6'7" just took a huge leap.
Oh, he did jump up quite a bit.
His
Yeah,
first
he did.
He was like no, he was at the bottom. He was holding 12th, I think.
I think he
Now
was
he's-
mid-table.
oh,
Yeah, he
mid-table.
could be right, but he's definitely there now. He's top 3. I'm trying to look for So where's our main table contestants right now? So it's B Coop and Sir Scrubs that are sitting down there right now. So interestingly enough, actually J Coop's getting caught. Everyone's getting into the 31s. We got 8 people in the 31s at this point.
Well, I mean, we are almost halfway through the track time here, and then of course another player will be eliminated at the end of this one. A good time to check in with our elimination match. That's right, one of these players will be going home between Jake Gooden and Parker, so why don't we watch their head-to-head currently. There's a battle for survival and a battle to get closer to that £20,000 prize pool. We'll jump in to see that after we do finish this Jake Gooden run, because it's a big improvement.
Yeah, and that's an improvement. Well, he already holds quite a lead already
So
in
I'm
that.
assuming this will be the head-to-head with his previous time, you know? Must be a head-to-head with his previous time.
No, it was pink
No?
on there. So Parker's there. He's that far ahead of him.
No, but
Parker's
what I'm saying is
improved.
this
right,
this
because
might
Parker
be Jake
improved
Gooden's
as well.
speed.
Yeah, you're right. I see exactly what you're saying.
But Jake Gooden is still far ahead in this one.
I think that's. Does he clip?
Where's
here?
Pink Parker? Okay, he must. Oh, that's a lot of deceleration.
I'm trying to see the simulators. I can't remember the last run to at C, but since that also went up, Parker did improve considerably.
Considerably. He just saved 3 seconds off his time.
He did, and they're still within the same second. They're still sitting at the bottom of the table right now, but it's just so you guys know over there, it's 33.9. Sorry, 32.8 versus 33.9. And actually, that's improved again. Gooden's just gone up to 32.5. So that's changing ever so slightly. Bragstad.
He's killing it.
You almost got the 30, Brags.
Yeah, I know.
Super close.
I'm gonna get it soon.
I think a few of you are by the looks of the timetable, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, Cuddler's not nipping at the heels as well.
It's like the timing to get in those loops and then onto the table.
Good? Yep. For a while, at least.
It's tough. Under pressure, I think.
Like dragging that wheel.
Getting onto the table, do you think that's where you make the time?
Yeah, that's where you make. Well, if you time it right, and you have to go off the gas a little bit,
Right.
or scrub it nicely.
Or just go flying over it.
I think the rhythm is right.
You're still in your attempts?
Yeah.
Have you put in a time?
No,
Not yet?
no.
Still working out that start.
Oh no, it's fine. Just wanted.
Yeah, feel out the track. I'm curious. The reason I ask it, I'm just curious as to your thoughts all the way through it.
So now you go down here. Either you hit it you're not far enough, or you're too short. You're too far, too short. So you gotta time that right.
I'm thinking he's sticking with this because he's
This
found the
looks
rhythm.
good, yeah. This is a nice little rhythm with scrub.
Yeah, he sees the improvement.
Boom, 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 boom.
Didn't
And
go
they can slow you
kamikaze
down.
that time.
Let's go to the 29.
And from here, it's just a matter of
They
getting
just
clean.
throw you forward, don't they?
Ah, that's interesting.
Ruined it.
That's a very, very different line than
Ooh.
what we've seen. Big
Oh,
improvement,
that's
though.
a big improvement. And there's still a lot of space for polish.
I wouldn't mind seeing the group side by side again to see how that breaking point changes.
Yeah, I mean, what? Just seal 10? Seal 12, rather? Or you
Yeah,
wanna
just
see
because
the-
I think there's sections of the track where Parker might be the fastest toward the end, especially, but in that mid, that breaking point that he does is.
I mean, I can give you top 3. Let's have a look
Let's
at
do
that.
top 3. Who's in the top 3 right now?
Well, we'll be able to reveal it for everyone at home. Of course, we saw Bragstad holding the top spot for a great deal
Wow.
of time, but we have just seen the gauntlet thrown
Oh, yeah.
down
That is a massive time.
by the
CSE hits
17-year-old.
30.2 already.
The robot is back.
The
Yeah.
robot is back, and he
Got
has a
some
beating
oil.
heart.
And Ozzy's in second right now. That's so clean.
These two
Nice,
head-to-head
yeah.
is nice to watch.
That's the right time.
And he kept it wheeling up into the whoops. That's no one else. Has
oh,
really
and
been
with
able
that,
to do
you skip over half of them.
Yeah. Touch it 2 times.
gapped all 4 there. That's massive.
I
That
didn't see
triple
much room
toward
for.
the
Do you see
end?
much room for improvement there?
That-
Solyone, I mean, like
Yeah, I think so. Like if you scrub through those
the
little
mid
whoops,
the mid whoops, yeah.
they slow you down if you're on it with 2 wheels, but it's hard to do it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. Yeah, it's not necessarily achievable, but it is improvable.
I do it real quick.
Give it a go. It's so cool. Just whenever I see the nicknames, I'm reminded, Matt, that these are people that have probably played each other on a week by week, month by month basis online, and now they're sitting there across the table from each other.
Yeah, that's.
You see that?
Oh, so Parker just put in another because it went to save, so that should be another best for him, I think.
Yeah,
He's gonna take a look at the preview.
Yeah. He's trying to find. These are the whoops you were talking about, right? Wait.
The one there, that one, the
Those.
top of the tabletop, because I've only seen, and it's in the fastest time. No surprise, I've only seen one person that was able to get up there with enough speed to hold a wheel
Can I watch
through
my
the whole
replay?
thing.
I don't know.
I just messed up the whole. Oh no, I can't.
I get
Or
to
is it on
finish
here? No.
No, yeah, no, I don't think yours is registered in right now. Otherwise, we could watch yours through this.
Yeah. Can you
Oh, it
watch
did come up.
And I scrubbed through the whoops.
Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go.
Just the first part.
So you guys can't see this right now, but we're just seeing.
We're just having a little look at what you can be doing better. This is what you were talking about.
That could be improved, but now this is important.
That's
That's
actually some of the best
sick.
whoops we've seen.
Okay. Well, we can even bring that up on the stream
Then now
afterwards.
I'm
Yeah.
so-
But that's what you're talking about. Okay. So there is.
Yeah.
We could probably.
And I'm still get 33 with that.
That would have been. I wouldn't be surprised if you were ahead of everyone.
If we can bring up Solyone and his most recent time replay, just because he's sitting here on the couch with us and he's trying to demonstrate the whoops and just how much room for improvement there is on that particular part of the tabletop.
Funny, you can do it now.
Yeah, where was that before?
I'm not shaking anymore.
No pressure. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Shows just how much of a difference that can make.
Interesting. So still only 2 players below the 31 mark.
How is our
sub-31s.
what's our elimination match? Where would you load up Sully or Solyone rather? What's our elimination match scores? Can you drag for me, Matt?
Yeah, I can do it. I got it. I know it's hard to use the laptop, Alex.
It is.
It's a tough thing.
Parker.
It's actually it's quite convincing at this point.
Ooh, wow.
So, yeah, Gooden's into the 31.3 and almost a second behind Parker sitting
you
at
know
30. Actually, more than a
Gooden
second behind,
is-
32.7.
Gooden is not going to sit comfortably because we saw what happened last time. He was holding a top 3, top 4 spot and he
yeah,
had
but
it taken away
I
from
don't
him.
think he's going to rest on his laurels this time.
No
I
way.
think now that he knows he's not going to be
No way is he going to let that slip away
more
again.
comfortable.
Yeah, that puts pressure onto Parker. Sorry, Petey Parker. That start.
Yeah. I guess is the mindset you usually have is if you can't replicate or beat your start, you always just restart.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Unless you know there's like a massive mistake you made
Somewhere
that
else.
you could just say.
But even then,
as
I'd
long
say,
as
why don't you still polish the start?
Totally, but like again, we're saying you got 50 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're within reason,
Give
and
it
you
a
know
go,
there's like a
okay,
spot that
fine,
really
yeah.
cost you, you might as well just throw in an easy start, even
Yeah.
if you're a little bit behind. Get the faster time in, and then start.
Solly, you wanted to show these whoops. I'll let you explain it as we do bring up your replay. So you were saying that there is still something to be refined in these very quick times we're seeing people post.
Yeah.
This is yourself just fiddling on the
So this
couch.
just on the sofa here.
But your demonstration really revolves around the thing coming up now, right?
Yeah. So you gotta get in nicely here.
Get into
And
that
then try
rhythm.
to scrub this button, lose a little bit of speed. This is a little bit too far. But now you do this and you'll be way faster.
Wow.
That is by far
That's
the
it,
cleanest
yeah.
we've seen over those whoops,
Yeah.
including I think our
And now
leader's
I'm too
time.
slow.
You don't have to look at the rest, but I mean,
No.
yeah, your demonstration was just that.
Yeah.
I mean, how much does that shave off? That could be like a good half second.
Could maybe
No, but
0.3,
0.3, okay, fair. That sounds
Yeah.
a bit more reasonable.
And the closest to that is the guy who's sitting atop the table at this point in time. TCR sitting 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna say that they're probably just superior in every way right at this point.
The TCR clique.
We got some bad bitches over here at the elimination table.
Elimination
Yeah?
table.
Bad as in like not putting in good times, because that's what I'm seeing right now.
Jay Cooper's actually had a bit of a kind of a second life. After a couple of low tables on the first 2 tracks, he's actually been a bit more.
Yeah. Kudla as well. I mean, this is by far
Kudla
his
as well,
highest presence on the board. Had a first fast time that we saw come in. He's still looking for improvement on that.
I want to know who's sitting in production giving these guys different descriptions every time.
That's like a
they've
fun
called you-
job, right?
yeah.
That's like someone wants that job.
Yeah.
Mess with them.
Good
Troll with
good
everyone on
and
stream.
biceps. Still in it, guys. Few.
Pasha's best friend. Motocross Pasha.
Motocross Pasha.
Mad skills Pasha, which is interesting enough because Pasha doesn't have any mad skills.
Have we broken 20? No.
I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah, but it's not far off.
No, we're not far off. I think
It's not going to happen.
As
though.
you said, Sully,
Yeah.
with 0.3 in the mix, it's 29.9s on the table right there. Now that said, ZSE wasn't that much slower through them. He was the best one through. So maybe there's 0.1 in that alone.
I'd love to see that top 3 again, just to remind us of where the good runs were.
No one's really catching him up though. Interesting to see if that time holds out. It's 27 minutes left, so we got 7 minutes left where we can start to torment them with their times.
Well, we can torment them by saying that the bot is wrecking you again.
Who's in the bottom right now? Scrubs a lot.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
And
candidates.
Master 52. They told me you were good before this weekend. All right, I'll wait right here for you. I'm not gonna go anywhere except this couch. Actually, I might come over there and watch over your shoulder just to put extra pressure on you.
We're in Isaac Parkin now, who has got a bit of work to do.
A shorter track though compounds the differentials and mistakes because you're sitting up. ZSE just went faster again by
By a fraction.
0.01.
Oh, you can definitely break the.
It's very little, but he did.
That's an upgrade.
And
It's an upgrade.
we have 3 players underneath the 31 threshold now, so Jay Cooper's just down to 30.8. But if you look all the way down the table from everyone in the 31s, I mean, everyone's in 31 seconds, so the only one outside of it Scrubs a lot. It's 1.5 seconds separating the entire field right now.
Refresh.
Oh, did you do one? You do one? I can't call you out anymore?
No, it's fine. I want to see.
All right. Hang on. What do you want to see? Where you are?
Am I last?
Who's talking?
I can't see it. Yeah, no, you still are. Yeah, you still are. But you're only 0.3 out of it.
Point
Actually,
three.
take that back because it's Parker that you'd have to catch next, and he doesn't apply to you.
Parker
Don't put
left
up with that,
all of his
Parker.
schools. Have none of that.
So Master's the closest to you on being bottom of the table. What's the most challenging part of the track so far for you guys? All right, fair enough. I should come over and stick a mic in your face to make that even harder for you. 25 minutes.
So a 25-minute warning.
25 minutes.
On that short of a track, they should be all separated by point.
So I just
1,
overheard
2 seconds.
ZSC saying I can hit 29.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to go over and see. So let's get over there.
Yeah, you get over there. I'm gonna see if we can get a queue up and
Do I have to do anything with this? They
a
told me I
top
did it
3.
wrong last time, but I'm just going to go with it. Let's go. Let's go see who we can
go
talk
have
to.
a walk, go have a stroll.
Let's see who we got. I haven't talked to Ozzy yet, my
It's
Canadian
true, yeah,
brother.
yeah. Give him some love.
I'll let him finish this one. He just finished it, I would say.
Oh, wow.
You're sitting in top 3, first time, all day?
No, I think I've been top 3.
He's been top 3 before.
Didn't
You
finish
haven't
top 3
finished
yet.
top 3 yet.
Yeah, I haven't finished top 3
so,
yet.
all right, calm down, Alex.
Oh, did I?
On the second track, I think it was the same top 3 as before. I think it was, yeah,
yeah, I was
yeah, it
fourth.
was
He was 4th, yeah.
6'7" was in there. But how are you feeling about this track in particular in comparison to others? Like the shorter distance,
I
but you
like
got
this
some
track.
technical.
Yeah, it's really technical. There's a few little things that are really hard, but if you get it, then you can gain.
What's the hardest? The whoops on top of the tabletop?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, getting into that.
Yeah,
that
those
seems
are
to
so
be. We've only seen 2 people carry their wheel the whole way over that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are really difficult.
and those 2
I
people
like
are
those.
currently 1 and 2 by quite a margin. So,
Yeah.
DJ Ozzy.
all right,
and
well, I'll let you get
ZSC.
back to it. I'm gonna go pick on one of the Cooper twins. I'm just gonna call you twins now. You're not cousins. All right. Well, I'll just sit here and watch you for a second though, since you called me out saying I was distracting. Apparently, I'm. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm your omen.
I love that death stare.
He's actually on Tinder, by the way. He's not even putting in
Yeah.
the time right now.
Swiping right on those Swedish babes.
All right. Thoughts on what's the hardest? Because you actually went over the whoops pretty good on that time. Wheel was up.
Yeah, it's hard.
He's dead focused. Let's go pick on his cousin. That's fair. We can leave you be.
I'll definitely get it. I know, so I will.
Where's our tall New Zealander currently at on the board there, Alex?
We can get a refresh. My German associate's going to hit the refresh for us now.
How do you feel like you're doing? No confidence?
Can we tell?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm upside down.
I've
so
seen
that's-
a lot of people upside down in various instances. It's hard to say on one run.
Yeah. Hey,
But there's obvious
that's
improvement
nice.
on your previous time.
That's a nice clue.
I've only hit one time. I can't do it.
Oh, that's not a good sign then.
Matt, Solyone has got a nice clue for you.
Really?
Yeah, his position is in his name.
Oh, really? Is it 6 or is it 7?
Bingo.
Or foot.
Or foot. He could be foot.
Is that getting the boot from the main table?
Whoa,
Is that what that means?
Wow, we're getting some deep analysis here.
Well, he told me, I don't know if you guys heard it through the mic, he's only got one time in. And he can't beat that one time. So that's a hard thing. I think he might have had it there, but he thinks not. He's restarted.
Getting fussy. I mean, I reckon there is probably some big differences between players that are fussy with their restarts
So from
and
one
ones that just keep posting times and trying to...
From 1 to 7 is over a second.
This is where I really want to see the action, though. How's it feel to sit on this table instead? A little higher up?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Get the camera on you a little more. Oh, is the cord... because it's taped in a little tighter?
Cord's bothering
It's
him.
all good.
Well, while,
Got any
while,
weights in this room?
Got weights? I think you can bench press Alex. I think
Need to
try.
loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, he's down. He's a little heavier than he looks.
yeah,
Just so you know.
I'm struggling right
he'll get
now.
that pump on.
Yeah. I
It's a
think
good track, though.
it is a good track. You like the track?
Yeah.
That's. You think there's a couple different lines?
Maybe.
Seems like you're pretty consistent with your
this is
ghost. In
looking
terms of everyone
good.
I've seen, you seem like you're the closest on a regular basis.
That's
See
hot,
what we can do
though.
with this right here.
Ooh.
Ah,
Oh, it looks...
missed the quad.
Not bad. It's a good try. You're like the only one that actually still went through with a run while I was talking to them, so I'll give you credit on that. Parker, how you doing?
We're struggling.
Yeah?
Trying to hit that triple at the end.
Yeah.
But the hardest
That
part
triple's
is
hard as
right
well.
here.
Yeah.
The
The step up onto the whoops.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Because how do you get up there with enough backseat weight to wheelie it in?
That's the deal. Like, as soon as you jump into that rhythm section, I mean, it's pretty much a guess. You know.
Yeah.
You don't know what the bike's gonna do, so you just hope for the best. Pretty much.
Well, it seems like that's where most people are struggling, Alex.
Well, you know what? While we are talking about the elimination, guys, we can actually check out the top 3 and see if they do feature within it. It'll be interesting to check it out. Let's have a quick look at the top 3 because there has been a big shift of the guard, from what I can tell. Someone said they could break 29. I wonder if he's done it. We'll hit the refresh and have a look at our top 3. Looks like it has been.
I
the
like how
same.
ZSE responded not yet, as if he's the only one that thinks he's capable of doing it. Someone else could have. Thanks for answering on behalf of everyone.
Oh,
Ooh, he's getting ever closer, though, isn't he?
yes, indeed.
Wow. Ozzy's nipping at his heels, though. Was there one major change you made that did it?
No, I think I got the whip faster.
Yeah, well, we'll see in the replay, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think that is ready. I mean, what I like is that we've seen a very gradual increase for Cuddler. At every single track, we've seen him get a higher placement.
If you're going to peak in the tournament, you want to peak late.
Late, yeah, absolutely.
Always.
I mean, I think he was 10th. 10th on the first run. Mid-table on the second, and finds himself much higher up here as we head towards the closing tracks.
Anything can change, though. Track this small, like they're saying they're all struggling on the whoops. Like,
one good run.
yeah, one good run, and everyone's so close. Like, I would say maybe the top 2 guys are safe. Everyone else is totally beatable.
That's a maybe.
It's just a prediction, Alex. Not like we're good at those in CS.
Absolutely not.
Where is Parker at this point in time? We're getting down to the point where we're not allowed to. Actually, we are below the point where we're not allowed to reveal information.
Yeah, zip your
We're
lip.
18-14, so it's pressure on.
This is looking. Oh,
Yeah.
every time.
And he knows there's so much potential.
He can feel it.
Yeah.
That's go. This is a whole different line.
Let's take a look at that top 3, though. Let's see what the what the best are doing oh so right, and if there is any of more of that room for improvement, any room to scrape an extra half a second off or so, or 0.1 of a second.
That's not even a perfect start.
Not even a perfect start.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Still very far ahead, but remember how close. Yeah, so Ozzy definitely was faster through the whoops, as he said, because he caught him up there big time. Otherwise, it wasn't that close, really.
Who was the third in that list?
We can't say. At
No,
this
you're
point.
right. we
They're not
can't.
allowed to know
Oh, yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
I already revealed the top two, so I could
No, bite your tongue. It's fine.
say them, but yeah, they can't say who the third is. I will say the third just got
Just
a
changed.
lot closer, though, which is a massive improvement over where they previously
Oh,
were.
apparently we're allowed to talk results until 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left.
Okay.
Well, this is news to me.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well,
No
You doing it?
complaints. Well, just because we have just seen the change for Masters, Master 52. I keep reading it as Masters 2.
All right. Jay
Master.
Cooper, where do you think you are right now? Ooh.
So far off.
He's got a pretty good gauge. He's not far off. You're currently fourth. And you are the one of only four inside the 30-second mark. Master improved the most. He's gone up to third.
Guess you pissed him off.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll go over and invigorate him more often.
Invigorate.
I didn't ask him. I was totally had a my hoodie over top of my legs on the plane. I'm sorry if my flatulence was bothering you while I was sleeping.
You're not one of those people that
Yeah,
fart.
yeah,
You're not
definitely.
one of those people that farts on planes, are you?
You
man?
know,
like
just
it's a
better,
fart
better out
box.
than in. You know, altitude, bloating. Just get it out.
I'm the courteous guy that holds them all in, and goes to the bathroom and just has a big fart sesh.
Thanks, Alex.
That's nice, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought you might want to know that, Solyone. I got you, bro.
I mean, there's enough airflow on a plane, right?
Is there though?
That's fine.
It's all recycled. You're like basically people breathing in your
You're
fart.
not in a capsule for a couple of hours, and this guy's fine.
You got it? Word
He
on the
says he's
street
got
is-
a 29 ZSE. This shows consistency as well because he's been the closest to it
Said
every
he could
time,
do
and
it.
he's hitting it very, very often. At least he seems like he's
We're
coming
gonna
close
need
very
to
often.
see that 29 run.
29.9. Wow.
Said it was possible, wasn't
And
lying.
Bragg's got closer just before that as well. He went to 30.2. So Bragg's just jumped everyone into the top three again.
Oh,
14 minutes to go in this as well as we're looking at Jay Gooden again.
It must be so hard, Solyone, to hear the times. You know, when you're struggling to break your own,
Yeah.
beat your own ghost, then you hear like someone drop a 29, you're
Yeah.
like, what?
And you're like at 31.
Yeah.
Does that add an element? Because the first map we didn't we didn't do that at all.
But hearing it, was that a problem? Did that make it more difficult?
Yes.
It did, yeah.
Really?
makes
So
you
this is
nervous.
putting pressure
Like,
on. All right.
Because you don't know the line for sure and everything.
And you know
You
that someone
think
else
like-
has found it.
Okay, there's got to be a different line, otherwise I don't know what to do.
You second guess yourself.
Yeah.
Parker's still looking for that
It's all about that start.
entrance, yeah, at the start. I think he's just trying to get it down quicker to get power in.
That looks
Man.
like the start.
That's a good start.
A
I don't know about that line, though.
His hands off, taking a quick break.
Alright.
13 to go. It's tight on that table, I will say.
tight like a tiger.
Loose like wizard sleeve. Let's see where they're at right now, without revealing too much, because we are getting into that point.
Yeah, this is where we bite our lips, I think.
Ooh, Cooper brothers. I'm still calling them brothers. Cousins are very, very close to each other at this point in time. Kudla's gone a little bit quiet. He's still in contention to move up, but the table is dead even.
So 3 seconds separating top from bottom. Let's look at all of them to get side by side.
And just to clarify before we jump away from that, while I've still got it here, it's less than a tenth of a second between the two people on the knockout table.
My God. Well, let's look at them and everyone else as we bring up all of the bikes.
Ooh, very different start. Who's our light green? Or the dark green, rather, because that was like a
Dark
very
green
slow
was
start.
coming back quickly. It can improve so much. Any of those guys could hit 29 probably at home
No
within
one-
an hour.
You think?
Yeah. Ah, it was so clean. Nice.
That's interesting as well, because through the whoops, our leader at 29 was not actually the one that was leading at that point in time.
You're right. You are right. And that's, I mean, that's testament to knowing that we could shave it off even more.
Yep.
It's just the fact that they're doing it. This is a very different environment to anything these guys are used to.
Yeah.
Not only are you doing it here in Sweden, for some of these guys the first time in Europe, but also you're doing it with your adversaries in front of you and with a 50-minute time limit.
Yeah, and interesting enough, the person that was leading at the whoops is 5th overall. So that's how much time is in that section alone and available. As we're hitting and approaching out of the 12-minute mark, remember we'll have our second player knocked out and another player knocked down to the bottom bracket as we head into our,
really
will be our second last map of or track of today. Sorry?
We haven't really looked too much. We haven't given too much attention to kind of who is going to be heading into the elimination next, and it's been Scrubs has been a continuous presence at the bottom half.
Just call him out, why don't you?
No, it's true.
Not here to make any friends. Scrubs, it's fine. You don't.
But yet to actually reach the elimination table, he's been just consistent enough.
It's true
to push that one time out.
Yeah, and that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. It's survival.
Exactly.
If you're in the game late, you're in the game. Period. So he's again on the cusp in this one, but he's within reach on a very slight improvement.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back because he's got actually quite a leap to the next player on the main table with him. But it's definitely attainable. It looks pretty close when we saw all of them side by side. Speaking of, this is our table.
This is it. This is our elimination match.
Look at the difference in that start. One goes deep, one goes really shallow, and they end up pretty much even on it.
That's good.
From Parker?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, what? How did he?
He
kept 2 wheels on the whoops, but gained speed. Over
it depends
Parker.
on how you approach them, I think.
Right.
Good consistency through there. And this is where we won't say who, but that last landing.
You see how little time there is between them.
Gets the back wheel down that little bit quicker.
That's insane to me.
That is actually extremely close
to see like
for the knockout.
What is that? That's like half a wheel.
Yeah, it's dead even between those two right now.
I think if you put away the pressure, they would all be, it's just one big cluster of 10 or 11 people, like, going through the finish line at the end. It's like
so you think
like
the
29.
only kind of deviation for this is the pressure?
Maybe, and maybe the
track and
their
the comfort,
like
yeah.
how they feel right now.
There's our 10-minute mark, so we go dead silent.
The cuckoo clock.
We do have a new player into the 29s, though. I will say that. There's now 2. This, every time we see one of these two guys, the blue and the pink, the ghost matters, even without seeing the player they're on the table against, because they're that close. Beating their own ghost.
Beating their own ghost is beating Parker or beating Jay Gooden, yeah.
So every single run we see from them has a significance in comparison.
They are on the chase. Jay Gooden currently chasing Parker at this instance. Beat your ghost, survive the lower bracket is essentially the rule we've just set out.
Tried a different approach that time. Trying to get down and get the power on, it looks like. At this point, you gotta find the small improvements, but is it worth taking the risk? Wheeled out. That was close. I didn't want to say
I'm being so quiet.
Yeah, because I don't want to put more pressure on them. But yeah,
let's not do that.
Not a whole lot of change at the top. Same 3 protagonists, but in a different order. So that's nothing to report. I will say between the top 4, there's 0.4 between them, so that's extremely close. And then not far behind them, the Coopers.
I think it's a pretty good
close.
distance for a 30-second track, like a 29-second track. Yeah, like 0.4 is big. It's a big separation.
Such a micro, like an actual micro amount of time, but such in the game, a huge amount of hard work.
Yeah, and you can hear, I'm not sure who said it, but one of them just said it stresses you out late. That's the hard part. If you get in a good time early, that's how far it goes, because as the pressure gets on, it becomes harder and harder to find those good times.
Yes.
Find a good time early, and then you can really have fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just if you're confident early, you're just gonna be way more relaxed as well, which changes the entire approach in how aggressive you want to be, and again, how focused you are on your blood pressure. So those who improved late definitely deserves credit. And one of these two is going to have to, because they're almost tied at this point. Bit of a gap out when he hits the rear.
I'm definitely with you, by the way, Matt. I think the icy blue of Jay Gooden is the snazziest outfit.
I might have to switch to that. And the Santa hat, just for good measure.
You were actually, weren't you trying to get a custom helmet made for yourself?
Was I?
I remember you talking about it.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine
Yeah, not in
in this, I was like, really? Was I? And it's going to the game maker and be like, give me a new helmet. Ooh.
Can we get a time check before so we can realize just how close this head-to-head's going?
It's still within .05, I think.
The time check of the actual 6, thank you.
Oh, there we go.
6 minutes.
I kind of like that we stay on each of these guys because it just keeps so much pressure on them.
Nice.
Yeah,
Jay Gooden or Parker, one of them will be going home in 7 minutes' time.
He knew as soon as we started talking about him, that could have been it.
Yeah. Just find the right rhythm on those little rhythm loops there.
That's the rhythm.
Still good.
Yeah,
Get a little more
speed check.
speed before you go in there. And then this section, right now. That's so far.
Yeah, the restart, just tripping up. Oh, did we get a crash? Maybe we just got a feed issue. Did you get a crash? 529. Unfortunate. There's been a couple of those instances. So take a look at Parker. Parker's been trying a different line. I think the last 6 or 7 times we've tuned in with him.
But it's been a different approach.
He's been trying to, well, maybe not this time, but whether it's intentional or not, he has been throwing up.
This is the he's mimicking the success we saw from him before.
He loves to throw those. Just go with it. Ride it out. Yeah, that's yeah, he's got to get over that. Casey, you're still trying to put in times too, Sully.
I'm not finishing. I just like to play the tracks. I don't want to mess up the leaderboard when I'm number 1 suddenly.
Yeah, right. I like that. You're so considerate. I can't get over how little time is separating the elimination match again.
Yeah.
It's like your game versus Parker all over again.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, your last run, we don't know.
We don't know
we'll
how
never
close that would have
know.
been.
That could have been in it. It would have been extremely close. Based on the replays we saw,
on one
just on a guess,
yeah.
it would have been extremely close.
I saw the replay.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Side by side with his?
Side by side with mine.
Oh,
only.
yeah. Ooh,
because I think I
could've
didn't
been
finish it, did I?
I think you bailed it, yeah. Just before the start line, which unfortunately took it out of contention for us to grab. I don't know if I can go back in the files to grab the older ones, the slower ones.
He needs to
Say it. You can say it.
get out his front wheel before he brakes. Like this. Oh no.
Get it all the way over. Just scrub
Then
it.
you have a little. Oh, now I can't do it. God damn it. No, I can't. What the hell?
Put pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean, though.
Yeah. So you're way like this. You just have get it clean. Or backflip.
So still dead even. We're down to 3 minutes. 30-second track. They still got options of getting in. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Still crashing. That's fair. I appreciate that. Is good sportsmanship, I will say, from Parker. He's not gonna, because he can't.
Put his phone down.
We know how close it is
Fix the
between them. He
crash.
put his phone down until Gooden can't
Jay
Can't
Gooden
get
in
a
the
time
back.
until
Jay
you get
Gooden
back
is
in the
back,
game.
and Parker picks up his phone. Now I like that a lot.
That's actually really good. I commend that. That's pretty awesome between these two. Really good sportsmanship. It's extremely, extremely, extremely close.
Looks like it's
still.
cut out again.
Yeah, we saw it cut out on the feed the first time, and there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which. Yeah, it's 3:25. I think was the first time I saw it go down. So that was. I mean, there's still possibility of putting in 6 times there.
Yeah,
So that's,
we could easily just
pretty
start those
significant.
2 off again at the time.
May have to with how close it is. I do appreciate
stop,
the good sportsmanship of Parker to stop and wait it out so that we definitely don't have as much of a dispute if we did.
Yeah, that would
but
be a problem.
It's they may do that. They're talking about it now, so we'll get a result on that. But I mean, that's so
outside
close.
of the elimination match, the times that are being set, of course, if you do hit the bottom half, or rather the last time of the 10 that are currently competing, you'll be in the elimination.
Did we get a?
You're saying we get a change, right?
Well,
No,
he's been there for a bit.
He's been there for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't.
This is
Yeah,
fine, you
I was
pointed
just
to
playing on my phone.
But that's to give you an indication at the top of the board. If they haven't brought it up on the screen for a while, it's point like 0.14, I think, if I did the math correctly there. 0.13 between them. That's ridiculous. Like I can't wait to see
Nothing.
that at the end
That's how
and
it
see
should
like.
be,
To see those two, yeah,
If you
head
would
to
play
head.
a jam with a 30-second track or a 29-second track, you would have that as a difference at the end of the week.
At the end
I
of the
think
week,
like
and
for
we're
the first 10 or first 20, it's like 0.13, 0.50,
That's
and then
ridiculous.
that's crazy to me.
So they're still sorting
Point
out.
what do you
the
say?
guys on the-
0.13.
Guys on the main table are being sorted. They're gonna reset the timer just for them. I think is everyone getting
0.013.
0. Excuse me. 0.
a timer reset for everyone. All right, so that gives the main table a little bit more time as well. So
Game of
time's reset
survival.
at 4 minutes, so they've got an additional 30 to what they have. But that's fine. And we've still got. Oh, we do have an improvement. We've got to change
You're asking if we're done? I believe it's
for everyone. So everyone, go. And right now, I'm going to say on the main table for who's going down to knockout stage, it is every bit as close as the knockout stage. It's
Holy moly.
0.05 between both on the table and on the main table.
Battle for survival begins with 3 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, it's super close. Master's confident, says he's not touching it. I can understand confidence.
Yep, no. Some would say confidence justified.
Bragg's still hanging in there. Cooper's. I mean, it's
This
getting
is
so
stacked
close,
now,
getting
yeah.
cutthroat. Like you say, it was consistent for Sir Scrubs, but he's improved his time, and it's an unlikely suspect that's sitting on the edge of it. So
These last 3 minutes.
yeah, 2:45.
Keep your
Like I
eyes
say,
on
you can
these.
get quite a bit of time in, and yeah, they're already showing that.
Oh, if he gets these right.
That
That's going to be a problem.
You called it. Lost too much speed right before the final step. Parker could have been it right there on that run. He knows it, and now it's gonna give a chance to Jay to try and pull this back a little bit because, like we say, it's still 0.5 between them. I feel like it's consistency. That hasn't changed at all. I'm just double checking. Yeah. Interestingly enough, and I have to say, like you said, with pressure on that table,
Yeah.
good biceps, they put it on there. They know the passage.
Yeah.
Still in it, guys. Phew. The two on that table are the two at the bottom again. I think that has to be pressure.
It must
Yeah.
be. It's been
And
a
it doesn't
recurring
help
trend.
you. The pressure doesn't help you at all. It makes
Some
you
people
slower.
thrive in pressure. I mean, in other games or other titles, even here.
Yes, maybe.
I mean, yes.
I just don't know that
CSC.
feeling.
You just don't know how that feels like.
Yeah.
I wish I would.
It's like fight or flight.
Yeah, yeah. And you can see on a short track how much emphasis they're putting into that start. Like we were saying on the other tracks, why restart?
So it's a 30 seconds roughly time, and they've got 90-second warning. This is two or so runs left. Make them good.
Well, a couple people are trying. So I'm curious to see if anything's changing on the board among the top two because we got into the 29s where we thought we would, but there's still a few people that are, I mean, still within a second, almost top to bottom. Top three are all in the 29. Top 7 below the 30s. And then everyone else fighting it out, and it's dead close. And Joe Mama's time got slaughtered, 34.
That was where you laid down, was it?
Yeah, that was the ace time. So it's they're 3 seconds up on that, just to give an idea of the guy who builds and tests all of these tracks compared to these guys. Even it's pretty ridiculous.
It's a good job we didn't post a time for this one, Matt.
I think I did. I don't want to know what it is. Probably in the 40s, I think, if I'm honest.
Yeah. We tried though.
It's all we can do in life, Alex.
Yeah.
It's what I tell myself every day when I get out of bed. Just try
try.
today. Just try a little bit.
It looks like that's going to be the
8
time.
seconds till phones are hitting the table. That's it. And I got to say, this is the closest one we've had by a landslide. That is dead even.
37?
And nobody knows he got it. But I think...
Well, we'll get the elimination.
Like, buzzer beater. Like, I went across with 3 seconds.
Oh, so I don't know if they picked that up on the stream. Parker put a time in at the line.
Yeah.
Was it registered?
Just right
It
now.
registered, and if it did, insanity. He said 3 seconds left, so if that's the case, that's a huge
We'll get them.
improvement by him.
We'll get them on the couch and we'll have a look.
So we'll take a peek. It's close. It's real close. I'm gonna close this before they see it when they come over.
Yeah. Get rid of that.
Minimize that. That's insane. We'll bring both those guys on. That is a battle right there.
Come make
that
yourselves
is like
comfortable, you two.
massive. Yeah, you guys can slide over and jump in with me.
You can have a Swedish
You
flag.
gotta put this helmet on. Not really. You'll need it. This should be fired and ready. You know how this works because you're going to be with us all day, every game. Well, maybe not. You might go out next game. But every game up until next game.
Yeah.
And we'll pass that
So
between the two
we
of
are
you.
not going to address who has been eliminated just yet. Before we do that, we are going to be looking at the 10 bikes outside of you two first. We're going to be kind of seeing who did actually join the elimination stages. Then we'll review
was
your two.
Even
This is
closer
going to
than
be
their
interesting.
battle.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. So we can take that up. I think any second now we'll be able to have a look at all of the players without our two eliminatees, lower bracket players. And here we go, right off the
I
start.
love
with
this view. Like
Wow,
that-
who is that trailing green?
Well, we talked about that because look how far back he goes. But then look how much he made up.
It just gains more speed.
Mate, that
So
was
short.
DJ Aussie. DJ Aussie posted a sub 30 time with that poor start.
No, that would be the dark green. Aussie's the light. So Aussie's
you
right in the
positive?
middle right now. Yeah, it was the dark green that did. The hard part's getting up there with speed, right?
You're looking at Master.
Master. And look how close the other two are. So Master put that time in with about 3 minutes left, and he said, "I'm not touching my phone
Yeah,
again."
I'm not
Like, he
touching my
knew he
phone.
had it, but the other two, who were second and third,
Yeah.
were I think 0.04 between them, and then at the bottom end of that, to confirm, actually I'll bring it up. Well, I can't yet because you guys haven't seen yours.
No.
But it was 0.05 between the two guys, and they were the only two guys outside of the 31s on the main table.
Well, we can look at that elimination game because this is going to be it. In the next 30 seconds, we'll be able to give you the answer as to who has been the second player eliminated. So let's bring it up on the screen so we can watch it with you guys. We'll just put the mic in between you two so we can hear how you are and understanding between this one as it does begin. Look at that start.
And we mentioned that. Parker goes shallow, Jay goes deep, but then they come out, and at this point they were dead even the whole time.
That one.
You tried different lines? You tried different ones? No? Found the one?
Gets a little bit of hang time there. I think if you hadn't got,
whoops, though, they were rough.
I think if you hadn't got as much hang time toward the end of it, you might have been able to get the momentum. But in the end, and that, to be fair, was the time he put in with 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
If before that, every time they showed the replay, you guys were
Neck
less
and
than a
neck.
bike length. It was dead
Bring the mic a
even.
little bit closer.
Yeah. So yeah, it was dead even the whole time. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Parker had you edged the whole time by a little bit, but it
Yeah.
could have changed easily.
The track was technical. It was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Especially with that start, you just had to hit it just right. It was
Because
cool.
you got a flying start but
Yeah.
in that one. Like you
and
had
that may have been a problem. I was spending so much time trying to perfect that start, you know.
Right.
Either way,
It
it
did
was
cost
fun.
you. Yeah, you've been having a blast here?
Oh, yeah. It's cool, man. Good
How,
experience.
just to clarify, how frustrating was it when you were getting those freezes up at the end?
Oh, no, it didn't bother me at all.
bother you?
I
You looked
mean,
good about it.
honestly, I feel like Parker's the better player. So either way, you know.
Yeah. And
I
Parker,
would've
you
lost,
were
so.
you were super sportsmanship about that. Put your
Oh,
phone
yeah,
down,
for
and then
sure.
They took care of it for everyone. It actually bought everyone a bit of time on the main table, which I don't think made a difference because when they did reset it, we were still at a minute, and Master put his time in pretty much right away.
He
but
dropped
it didn't
his
change
phone,
the bottom anyway, so it didn't change anything for
What
them.
was
But for
that
you guys,
time?
it did.
That
Master's time,
put
we
in?
can bring it up on the laptop.
29.7, I think it was. 29.822. And then 29.971, 29.984. Look how close that is. 0.014 between Jacuzzi. DJ Ozzy. It does when you read it because he's got the CA on the end of it for Canada. It does. DJ Ozzy and then ZSE.
Oh, man. ZSE felt like he had that beat. It looked like he was taking
Bregstad had that 30.2 time in, by the way, from similar to what you did in the last track. He put that in
early.
Probably like 11 minutes in and just sat there the whole time with it. So
super comfortable. But Parker defends his corner a second time then. I mean, yeah, grab the mic for a second. You've managed to best two, and a third one's coming on the way. In fact, two of your opponents are joining us on the couch.
So who do I have next?
So that's the other one we need to look at. And I don't know if we have that. So we showed all 10.
Yeah.
We did.
To give you the times at the bottom, it was between 6'7" and Sir Scrubs a lot. It was 31.048 and 31.098. But Sir Scrubs is joining you on the table.
That is close, but I'll try to defend my table.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make yourself very comfortable now. Get some snacks. Make it your den.
Yeah.
But Jay Gooden, I mean, we're just back to you because I mean, this has been your final game of the tournament.
It was an awesome experience. Never thought I'd be here.
One of the few flights you've taken, right? I mean, we were talking about this over dinner.
Yeah, it's first time out of the country, and it was to play this game.
I love
grew up
that.
racing motocross. Don't get to do it anymore, so the game brings back good memories, and it's fun.
And to get to visit European country.
No doubt.
I mean, you've got some time now. You're going to be exploring
That's good
Stockholm.
news.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
I'm assuming you're going to be playing majority of Mad Skills Motocross, but maybe a little bit of.
Well, I enjoy watching everybody compete against each other. It'd be cool, you know. Those guys are fast, man. They're hard. I race against them every day, and they're tough, you know. But
did you pack a coat?
I did pack a coat.
Okay, well, you're better than me.
I'm hoping my bag's here by now, but
oh yeah, has it even arrived?
Still, I'm free balling it right now, so I've got somebody else's shirt on. I've got Parker's socks on. See, Parker's a good guy.
Parker's
man.
hooked him
he
up.
Really is.
Wait, hang on a second. You got him, Parker, a toothbrush. You've got Parker's socks on. This is a collaborative effort.
It's like paying it forward.
What is this?
It's paying it forward. Now you got to do something good for someone.
Yeah.
Eventually, everyone's gonna get a favor through this.
The Mad Skills Motocross community.
Yeah, man, it's real.
Babes. Yeah, they are. Right, that's lovely. I guess we can leave it there. I do just want to, I mean, a big thank you for competing. Good to watch that one. That was so close, Matt. Neck and neck. I really enjoyed that one.
And in 3 different ways. The battle for the lead, super close.
So Scrubs.
Battle to go down from the main table down to the lower bracket, extremely close. And these guys 3 seconds before you put in that time.
Yeah, and honestly, I thought that.
We got no mic for you. 1 second.
You thought
I thought I was gonna put that time in.
You felt it.
And then he ended up dropping it. But either way, you know, it was close and it was fun. So
The last 3 seconds.
Yeah, man.
Whew, right, I guess we will leave it there. You go get yourself a break. We will do the same. We're going to be coming back with another game. So Scrubs is going to be on it in the ring with Parker after our break. It's going to be good indeed. So you stay tuned, guys. When we come back, more of Mad Skills Motocross 2 continues here at the World Championships in Stockholm.